Let's kind of dive in from here. So maybe you can talk a little bit about where you are and about Weiler as a company. Talk a little bit about the history that you know, at least, for the organization.
So I'm here at Weiler's headquarters in Cresco, Pennsylvania, which is essentially in the Poconos. It's sort of out in the middle of the woods. I guess it's not far from the Appalachian Trail, but it's sort of, well, not sort of. It's very, very rural area for a company this large. Weiler's been around they just had their 75th anniversary. It's a privately held company, and it was started by the grandfather. So currently it's being run by the grandson. The Weiler family has been quite successful. They've been here for quite a few years. Originally, I think they were out of the New York area. I don't know exactly where, but I think actually in the city. They make abrasive materials. So everything from when you go to like Home Depot, Lowe's, and buy a wire brush or a wire wheel to more commercial specialized things. So abrasive material to smooth out surgical appliances, titanium for aircraft engines and surgical appliances.
Okay. Yep. So let's move on. So thank you for the background there. So I guess let's talk a little bit about why did they call us now, and then maybe at some point we'll circle back to talk a little bit about the longer history between SSG and Weiler. But maybe kind of how did you end up where you are today?
Well, we have worked with Weiler quite a bit over the years. So a lot of times they'll call us up for some, to get some advice or do a little project here or some training. But they called us up 3 weeks ago now in an emergency mode. And the reason why was for the last 2 months they've been living in a disaster. They had a partner help them essentially uninstall a third-party warehousing tool that they've been using for years in their LN environment, and to essentially bring up the warehouse inbound, outbound warehousing within standard LN, and it was not implemented properly. And then when they went live, it impacted their business severely. For 2 months, this partner has been helping them. It was helping them to work through the issues, but the first few weeks they were not transacting at all. Then they kept being told, we're just around the corner. We'll have it all fixed tomorrow, and this was going on for 2 months. At a certain point, Weiler had realized that this partner was unable to deliver quick enough to get them back online. They lost confidence that the partner could help them get through this.
What are Weiler's top priorities at this point?
When we first got here, at least they were limping along, but with still quite a lot of business disruption. The first week, we really spent a lot of time trying to get their sales process online. So their orders, transactions being able to be approved and shipped, because their lead time is very short. So they'll get an order today and ship it tomorrow within 48 hours. So there's not a lot of time there. So that was our number one priority.
Sure. That sounds
2 weeks we've been here.
Turned quite a bit around in a relatively short period of time relative to where they were when we started.
Yeah. But the biggest problem is that when you're in a position like this for 2 months, it's exhausting. So you can sort of see it on the entire organization. They're just putting so much time and effort in, and they're just working so hard. I think they just want to get through this as quickly as possible.
And I guess the one question that I have that's kind of a follow-up to all of this is, given what we've seen out of kind of the history with Weiler, what do we expect the future would look like for the relationship between SSG and Weiler?
Well, I hope that they understood that when we got a call, we dropped everything and came. When they called me up and said, "Hey, can you be here Monday?" And I was like, "Well, do you really need me there Monday? Because there's a lot I could do remotely." And they're like, "No, we really need you here." And they told us where they were at. And we realized, wow, this is bad. So we did drop everything and we flew out immediately. We built a team. We stood up a team in a hurry to help to bring all the resources we could to attack this problem. So they now, we reminded them how important our customers are in such a problem. So I hope that they will keep that in mind. We are there for them, and long term, we're hoping that they remember that, and that they also learn their lesson from this, and that is choose the right partner. Making the poor choice in the long run is very expensive and very disruptive. I think they have, and I think they understand the value of that and what SSG brings to the table in managing very large, complex ERP systems and business problems.
Perfect. Thank you, David.